Title: The Ebony Whisper. The cold cut to the bone, a cold that had nothing to do with the musty dampness permeating the walls of San Clemente Hospital. Abandonment hung in every corner, in the rusted gurneys, in the broken medicine vials, in the threadbare sheets still lying on the beds. I had been exploring the place for hours, fascinated by the macabre beauty emanating from its decay. I was a photographer, specializing in forgotten places, and San Clemente, with its reputation as a cursed hospital, was the jewel in the crown. The light of my flashlight danced across the peeling walls, revealing faded graffiti and unsettling shadows. With each step, the echo of my footsteps resonated in the sepulchral silence, a silence broken only by the occasional moan of the wind whistling through the broken windows. I had heard stories about this place, patients who died inexplicably, ghostly apparitions, whispers in the night. I dismissed them as urban legends, until I reached the end of a long corridor. There it was. A dark, imposing silhouette was silhouetted against the faint light filtering through a window at the end of the hallway. It was a humanoid figure, but with something decidedly different, something that froze the blood in my veins. Two enormous black wings, unfurled like a harbinger of doom, extended from its back, filling almost the entire hallway. The Angel of Death. The figure remained motionless, in a stillness that seemed to defy the laws of nature. It emitted no sound, but I felt an overwhelming presence, a dark energy that completely paralyzed me. My mind screamed, trying to rationalize what I was seeing. Fatigue, suggestion, a play of light and shadows. But deep down, I knew it was real. Suddenly, a whisper broke the silence. It wasn't an audible whisper, but something that filtered directly into my mind, a serene and velvety voice that resonated deep within my being. Your time has come. Panic gripped my throat, preventing me from screaming. I tried to back away, but my legs refused to obey. I was trapped, like prey facing its predator. The winged figure began to advance slowly, gliding down the hall with an unsettling grace. As it approached, I could make out more details. Its face was pale, almost translucent, with sunken eyes that glowed with a cold, implacable light. Its lips, thin and severe, moved slightly as it continued to whisper my sentence. Fear not. It is a peaceful transition. An eternal rest. I didn't want an eternal rest. I wanted to live, I wanted to continue exploring, photographing, loving. But the will of this creature was overwhelming, an unstoppable force that dragged me towards the darkness. I felt my body numb, my breathing become shallow. Life was slipping away from me like sand through my fingers. Suddenly, a memory. My grandmother, on her deathbed, surrounded by family. She had closed her eyes with a serene smile, as if she were seeing something beautiful. Had she also seen this angel? Had she found comfort in its presence? The winged figure stopped in front of me, extending a bony, cold hand. I hesitated for a moment, but resistance was futile. I closed my eyes, waiting for the inevitable. Then, a burst. A beam of white light flooded the hallway, dispelling the darkness and driving back the winged figure. A sharp, inhuman scream echoed in my ears before being silenced by the silence. I opened my eyes, dazed and confused. The hallway was empty. The figure had disappeared, as if it had never been there. What had happened? I looked around, searching for an explanation. That's when I saw the camera. I had dropped it to the floor when I had started to run. I picked it up, trembling, and checked the screen. The last photo I had taken showed the empty hallway, illuminated by the light of the flashlight. There was no angel, no winged figure, only shadows and dust. Had I imagined it all? Was it a product of my tired mind, influenced by the stories about the hospital? Perhaps. But the sensation of intense cold, the whisper in my mind, the certainty of having been on the verge of death. It was all too real to be a simple hallucination. I stumbled out of the hospital, breathing the fresh night air as if it were the first time. I promised never to return. But the story doesn't end there. Days later, developing the photos I had taken in the hospital, I found something disturbing. In one of the photos, taken before the encounter with the winged figure, you could see a dark spot in the back of the hallway, an amorphous shadow that did not seem to fit into the environment. I zoomed in, trying to discern what it was. And then I saw it. Within the dark spot, barely perceptible, the silhouette of a wing could be glimpsed. A black, unmistakable wing. The revelation chilled my blood. I hadn't imagined it all. The Angel of Death had been there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for its moment. But why had it left? Why had it spared my life? I found the answer in the last photo. The photo I had taken just before the burst of light. In it, behind me, blurred but unmistakable, another figure could be seen. A figure dressed in white, with bright wings and a serene face. A guardian angel. Perhaps, just perhaps, death did not have the last word. Perhaps, even in the darkest and most abandoned place, there is always a spark of hope. Although, sometimes, that hope comes with wings and a sort of light. And sometimes, just sometimes, it gives you a second chance. But be careful, because the Ebony Whisper is always near, patiently waiting for its moment. Next time, you might not be so lucky.